So I may have overcooked the steak, but I think that this healthy steak dinner is worth checking out.
Democrats are gambling with your life in order to have a chance to grasp onto power without compromise, and by now that statement should not be a revelation to anyone. Beating Republicans in elections is easy. Republicans can't win on policy alone because right-wing policies are straight up radioactive to anyone who isn't wealthy or anyone who doesn't have Stockholm Syndrome. So Republicans can only kick up dirt over culture war issues that they don't actually have any plans to solve on a massive scale. Only singular high-profile cases one at a time. Because these solutions that they propose are unfeasible at best and at worst would have devastating economic damage, not to mention be filled to the brim with indefensible civil rights abuse and thus mass protests that would inevitably cause problems for them. So the solution on how to beat them is simple. Instead of falling for the culture war trap, create unity while still in full unwavering support on the social issues through class solidarity, exposing Republicans of their working class grift and oligarchical interest in the process. At the end of the day, blue-collar workers in the South and trans people, immigrants, etc. have a hell of a lot more in common than they do with billionaires. And most Americans prioritize economic messaging in the voting booth. Democrats know that the best way to defeat Republicans across the board is to embrace undeniably popular progressive policies, push for economic populism, and go after the billionaire class. Too bad they refuse to practice what they preach and do the bare minimum to defend democracy. Too much of the party is terrified to cross the line and spoil their grip for power, influence, and corporate favor, and would rather attempt to gaslight voters into thinking that the status quo is working, that adopting conservative issues on their platform and winning over Liz Cheney-esque Republicans is a viable strategy, and that the squeaky wheel is that liberals don't have a Joe Rogan figure to win over men than to actually mobilize to help their constituents, earning votes in authentic support of left-wing online social media figures in the process. If anyone deserves blame for the outcome of the 2024 election, it's not voters. That's exactly what Dems want you to think. Instead, try pointing your finger at the willingly and perpetually self-neutered opposition to Republicans within this nightmarish two-party system that Americans are stuck in. Anyways, the steak was good. I definitely overcooked it, though.